Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have an update for you for my Pan Those Eyeshadows. This project was started a good few years ago by Alexi, who sadly enough isn't really making any videos anymore, but she still has a channel, so it is always linked down below. Yeah, I'm working on 5 shadows that I randomly roll in and that I try to hit pan on. That's all this is for me. No specific usage goals or anything, pan all the way. So let's jump in, starting off with my LA Colors palette. In here I'm working on this green shade right here that is definitely starting to show a dip right now. I've used it an additional 5 times, bring me to a total of 16 uses. I have been loving combining this with my yellow gold pigments. It's worked really well. I do like my greens, so definitely not a chore to be using this one, even though it is slightly more blue toned combined with that yellow gold pigments. Yeah, it works really well, and it starts leaning a bit more warm than cool again. So definitely seeing a dip in here, and this has been in since the start of this project because I've been trying to divide my attention between multiple greens. Definitely want to make sure I put some more focus in on this one and roll this out soon. Then we've got my 88 pan palette. I'm working on the pink shade all the way at the top right here. And this one has been in since February. I've been trying to hit pan on this one. That was my goal for this time around. I've used it 8 times since last time, bring me to a total of 23. But sadly enough, did not manage to get to pan just yet. I'm wearing it today on like the inner part of my lid. And yeah, I've tried. But it is more cool toned and I feel more warm tones, as you can see. Of course, I'm trying to make it work. But yeah, it's an easy enough shade to wear, but I feel a bit more warm toned. So I could have used it more over the last month, probably, focusing a little bit less on my yellow gold pigment, but I did it. So that's that one. Then we have, just trying to get that other big palette away, my W7 In the Night palettes. In here I'm working on this like red brownish burgundy eggplant shade, and this one has been in since March, so it's been in for 3 months now. Yeah, I think 3 months. I've used it an additional 5 times for a total of 16. Definitely can see a bit of a dip in here. Not sure how deep these pans are exactly, but I have been told now that it takes some time to hit pan on them, so let's see how that will go. Not a full-on focus yet, just trying to get my 5 uses on this one at the moment, and we'll see where we go. But I do love that type of shade, even though it might not be the most summery shade, even though it slightly interferes maybe with the shade in my Panda palette, even though that one is a full-on matte and this definitely is not. So yeah, 5 uses, 16 in total. That's what I've got for now. Then we have my NYX palette right here, and I'm working on the red shade. This one is, the palette is called Strike A Pose. The shades don't really have specific names. So working on this one. Of course, I've got a red in my Panda palette as well. This one is definitely way more subtle. It works well as a crease shade. It works kind of as my outer part of my lid shade. So I'm trying to mix things up a little bit with this one. I've used it 5 times over the last month, bring me to a total of 10. It's been in since April, so 2 months, 5 uses every time. There is a bit of a dip starting to show, so that is good. And we're just gonna keep working on this one till there is pan. Then in my Manly palette right here, my 120 eyeshadows palette, I'm just gonna take that top one out. This is the bottom layer, and in here I'm working on this pink shade right here. It's not moving overly quickly, but at the same time it's really powdery. I'm using it as a blending out shade because it's almost my skin color when I put it on. It definitely blends away. It's not a transition shade or anything else, not really a highlight shade. It's just really close to my own skin color. I have used that 11 times though, because as a blending out shade, I can throw that on with every single look really. So I didn't do that at the start because I was too focused on some other things, but once I started focusing on my eyeshadows from this project again, I was like, you know, I can just pull that out every single time I'm doing my makeup really. So that's what I started doing. So that is starting to become a habit now. Curious to see how long it's going to take me to hit pan on that one. I'm guessing it's going to be at least another 15 to 20 uses to get there. But yeah, it's an easy enough shade to use. It's not an overly useful shade. I don't normally do that blending out. I normally just use my like brow bone highlight to do that with. But it works, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, sadly enough, I did not hit any new pans this time around. And my goal is kind of to try and hit at least one every month, which did not happen. So I want to set a goal to try and finish off 2 next time. Let's just hit pan to start off with. I want to hit pan in this shade right here, which there is a dip, but there definitely is still some work to do on this one. So let's see if I can do that. But definitely for the pink shade in my 88 palette, the one that's on my lid right now, I feel like there is a proper dip in there. It's probably gonna be like 5 or less uses to hit pan on that one. So like if I focus in on that one a little bit first and then move to the green as my focus shade, maybe I will be able to hit pan on 2. Let's see. Yeah, but that is it for today. Nano rolling, so it's a bit shorter. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts and ideas on how to use these shadows in combination with my pen palette and other things I'm working on. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.